Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to MTsB official channel. MTsB choice, credible,
high quality,
objective,
integrity,
construct Ahlus Sunnah.
and excellent.
So today we will talk about national awakening and youth pledge and Indonesian culture. With me, Ma'am Asma as a social teacher, and beside me,
I am Ma'am Ika as a mathematics teacher.
So the first question that I would like to ask to Ma'am Ika, please identify the chronology of the birth of national awakening.
Okay, the birth of national awakening began with the Budi Utama organization, with success in raising the enthusiasm of Indonesian youth and people to free themselves from colonialists while increasing the sense of unity and oneness between nations. We know that Budi Utomo organization is the first of modern organization in Indonesia. And then Budi Utomo organization is actively in the several fields, especially for the education, teaching, and culture, without involving the political element. Budi Utomo organization was formed by Dr. Sutomo and also a student of Stovia on May 20, 1908 in Jakarta. And then Budi Utomo organization was formed based on the idea of Dr. Wahyudin Sudirohusodo, who want to increase the dignity of Indonesian people. Okay, now, Ma'am Asma, I will give you one question.
Yes.
Please identify the chronology of the birth of Youth Pledge.
Okay. So youth pledge or Sumpah Pemuda, as we know today. By the way, there were three times of meetings. The first meeting was held on 30 May until 30 April until 2 May on 1928. But the result has many views. After that, the second meeting that was held in a different building and in a different place. And after that, the third, the result is Youth Pledge or Sumpah Pemuda, as we know, and that was born in 28 October 1928. So after that, about the next questions that I want to give to Ma'am Ika. Could you give example of the values of the Youth Pledge that are still relevant in this global era?
Okay, in my opinion, there are some examples of the value of the Youth Pledge in our daily life that relevant with the global era. For the first, we can do the tolerance in religion, and then the second, we can preserve the culture and history, and then third, we can proud to use Indonesian product, and then fourth, we can upholding democracy. Okay, now Ma'am Asma, can you give an example of the contribution of national awakening to Indonesian independence?
For the Indonesian independence, there are many people that will happy because Indonesia as a nation and its dignity. So after that, some people who are have a big involved in national awakening. The first is Sutomo and Dr. Wahidin Sudirohusodo, who found Budi Utomo, the first organizations in the education field. And after that, the second is H.O.S. Cokro Aminoto, who always give criticized about to against the Dutch colonialism. And then the third is what we call Sarekat Dagang Islam, the first trade organizations. And now we call it by Sarekat Islam. After that, who found by Haji Saman Hudi. The last is Indisi Partij, who found from the three people, Dawes Dekker, after that Ki Hajar Dewantoro, after that Sudiro Husodo, who always give educations to all of the people in Indonesia. That's all. And after that, the next questions to Ma'am Ika. Uh, please give proof about the correlations between national awakening and youth pledge.
Okay, I have to prove of the correlation between national awakening and then the youth bridge. The first, national awakening and then the youth bridge are correlate because both are spirit for the Indonesian youth and people in expressing an attitude of unity, oneness, and nationalism from the colonialists in Indonesia. And then the second proof, national awakening and youth bridge are treated and increase the awareness of Indonesia's national identity. In a situation of widespread of ethnic, religion, and cultural dispersion, this movement help to form the common understanding of unity. And then, Ma'am Asma, how to preserve the spirit of national awakening?
By the way, national awakening is the starting point for all of the Indonesian people to build national characters. To build it, there are some ways. The first is we must have a self belonging about Indonesian. As Indonesian people, we must build our character, and after that, maintain our what we say. Indonesian have many kinds of customs. After that, the second is we must keep harmony even though Indonesia many religions. After that, many custom, many cultures. And then the third Indonesia with its government must involve in many international organizations such as ASEAN. Indonesia, one of the pioneer, and then the second Asia Africa Conference, Indonesia also one of the founder, and after that the third Indonesia joined in United Nations. The last is Indonesia as a member of G20. And after that, the next questions to Ma'am Ika, how to preserve about the values of Youth Pledge.
Okay, in my opinion, there are some attitude that can preserve the value of the youth leads in our daily life. For the first, we can respect the differences that exist in our environment or our society. And then the second, we can do tolerance in religion. We know that in Indonesia there are so many religion. Okay, and then the third is we can proud to use Indonesian product. And then the fourth, we can use digital media wisely, and then also we can upholding democracy. And then the last is we can preserve the culture and history. And then, Ma'am Asma, now I will give you a question as a teacher. How can you do to feel the student with independence?
To feel the independence, we know that in PISA survey, Indonesia is always the lowest in from many cultures in United Nations. The first, we must maintain and increase our critical thinking and collaborations. By critical thinking, we can share many informations to our students, and after that they can identify, after that they can construct, after that they can check about this information right or no and the impact of that informations. And after that, we must have collaborations to each other as Indonesian people. And then don't forget to always maintain our self-discipline. And the last, we include in some of the organizations in our environment. So I think that's all. The next question is, could you please identify the national cultures that have gone global?
Okay, that I know, national culture that have gone global first is batik. Batik has become global and has been recognized by UNESCO since October 2, 2009. And then the second is Borobudur Temple. Borobudur Temple is the largest Buddhist temple in the world and then has been recognized by UNESCO as Reserve Cultural World Heritage in 1991. And then the third is Sangiran Museum. Sangiran Museum is located in the Bengawan Solo River Valley and then has been recognized by UNESCO as a World Cultural Heritage in 1996. Maybe you can complete my answer. Can you mention or identify what is the national culture that have gone global?
I think the first is angklung. As we know, angklung is a musical instrument that have gone global and recognized by UNESCO in 2010. That's music originally from West Java. And after that, the second is Saman dance, comes from Aceh. It's also in the heritage of Indonesian, also recognized by UNESCO on 2011. After that, the third, wayang, comes from east of Java, recognized by UNESCO the earlier on 2003. And the last, I think, keris comes from leather as a weapon that have magical powers, and that also recognized by UNESCO on 2015. I think that's all.
Okay. I think enough for our discussion today about national awakening, your plates, and also for the national culture. Maybe we can continue for the next meeting. Thank you for
Okay.
your attention.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.